No, please, please, drive away. Oh, no. There you go, folks. That's what we didn't want to see.
A carjacking during a wild pursuit. We're hearing from the innocent driver about the terrifying moments before the takedown.
Well, classes aren't quite back in session, but when students do return to school, what will it look like? We have a sneak peek at LA Unified's plans.
NBC4 News at 4 starts with breaking news.
And we begin with that breaking news, a wild high-speed pursuit that came to a dramatic end just a little over an hour ago in Bell. Thanks for joining us. I'm Carolyn Johnson.
And I'm Michael Brownlee. The two suspects led officers through several cities and counties, and at one point jumping out of one car and into another. NBC4's John Cudahy spoke with one of the innocent people caught up in this bizarre sequence of events.
And John's live for us in Cudahy with their story. John.
Yeah, we're here because this is where they ended up, the driver and the vehicle that they ended up getting into. You're going to hear about that in just a second. But first, I want to show you from News Chopper 4 how this all happened earlier today. For 2 hours, this was going on. The driver weaving in and out of traffic started up in Upland. We understand CHP said they were trying to pull him over because their brake lights weren't working. Well, they didn't seem to matter because that's when the pursuit started. Ended up going into Fontana, different cities, including Downey, down the 10, and over to the 710 freeway. And then, when it got really bizarre, is when they started to try to get into other vehicles. Watch this.
Here we go. Stopping. Check it out. Trying to break into another car.
Yeah, News Chopper 4 was watching this all the way through. Multiple times, these suspects tried to get out of their car and get into somebody else's, and that includes, at one point, a big rig. Didn't succeed in any of those, but there was one vehicle that he was able to get into, similar to the one he was in initially. The suspects, they were in a Honda Accord, tried to get into this black Nissan. Take a look at what happened then.
And you could see their aggressive behavior with law enforcement officers right behind them. They're running on Florence.
Yeah, finally they got out of that car, made a run for it, and they were tackled by law enforcement. CHP there on the ground with them, took them into custody. But we just spoke with the driver of that Nissan. He was with his mom in the car. Here's what he had to tell us.
It was just two normal guys. I looked at them as two normal guys, and they just came up to the window. They asked me if they could get a ride, and I said, yeah, of course. And I, asked my mom. She's like, yeah, it's fine. So we didn't think nothing of it until we crossed, I believe, the first street light. Once we crossed the first street light, I heard a helicopter. Then I heard two.
Yeah, they said that they started
3. And then I seen police cars. And then I'm like, I think we picked up the wrong people.
Yeah, the police started talking to them afterwards to make sure that they weren't actually part of this, because it was just odd the way the guys were able to get into the vehicle and then eventually made their way out. Again, they were taken into custody, all of this under investigation. Luckily, nobody was hurt. Reporting in Cudahy, I'm John Cudahy. Guys, back to you.
Wow, John, that's quite a story. Well, a bombshell new development today.